Hey, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, I'm Tashamarietmr. If you're back again, welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by. So today, you guys, we're going to do a cook with me. I'm going to make beef and broccoli, and this is the way I make beef and broccoli. It might not be the way you make beef and broccoli, but this is the way I make beef and broccoli, okay? So I'm going to take you guys over here so we can get started, all right? So off camera, you guys, I have already, let me prop y'all up here real quick. Alright, there we go. So, off camera, I have already, I'm sorry you guys. Sorry about that. Alright, there we go. Alright, so off camera, you guys, I have already cooked my meat, okay? And what I used was certified Angus beef, the chuck eye steak boneless. And I buy it boneless like this because I sautés it or boil it in a pot with seasonings and just let it get real soft where I can shred it up. And to me, it's cheaper doing it like this because when you buy the steak already cut up, it's more expensive because you're paying for the cut of the meat, okay? So I used, this is a pound, 1 pound and 3/8 ounces. I mean 1 pound, 1.38 pounds. I'm sorry, you guys. And I used one of these, okay? And then I also used 2 pounds of broccoli cuts. And get this from Walmart. It's like $1.97 for this 2-pound bag. Or you guys can use fresh broccoli if you want to. But this is a quick and easier way for me to do beef and broccoli. So I'm going to show you the quick, easy way. So like I said, our meat is already cut up. Or excuse me, already boiled. And then what I do is I use my kitchen shears. And I just shred the meat up more. Just and like I said, you guys, you can buy the meat already cut up, like the beef stew meat. You can use the beef stew meat, but I have noticed shopping over the years they charge more for the beef stew meat because you know you're paying for the butcher to cut that meat up for you. Okay, so instead of me paying an extra $4 or $5, I can just get it and cut it myself. Okay. So we just going to cut all those pieces of meat up. I already have my rice because with my beef and broccoli I use rice to top it, to take the beef and broccoli and top it over to rice. And I have my rice, the water boiling already. Okay. So I just basically cutting all the big pieces up. And it just goes quicker when I use the kitchen shears. Alright. So, that's how much we got to cut up, okay? Alright. So my water is already boiling. I also boiled my broccoli, you guys, off camera because I didn't want to have you guys on here for 30 minutes. And my rice is right here. And you guys, I use jasmine rice when I do like my beef and broccoli. When I do my sweet and sour chicken, I use jasmine rice. I don't know, I love the taste of it. It has just a real fragrant taste to it. And I don't know, it seems like a softer type of grain. So I'm going to go ahead and get this rice going while we're finishing up the rest of the meal. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. I'm going to take this beef and put it to the side just for a minute. This is the juice from the when I boiled the beef. This is the juice from it. And we're going to use, wait a minute y'all, let me stir this rice up real quick. I'll let it start boiling a little bit while it's in the pot. Then once it starts boiling, then I go ahead and turn it down and steam it with a lid on top of it. Alright, so the ingredients that I use for what I'm going to say my gravy for my beef and broccoli is I use the soy sauce, and this one is less sodium. You can buy this, I bought this at Sam's Club. I used the Better Than Bouillon seasoned roast beef. And then I use brown gravy. Now, some people can make their gravy from scratch. Like I said, y'all, this is quick. So I'm going to use my gravy mix that I already get. I always keep gravy on the side for the days when I don't feel like doing gravy from scratch. And this is one of those days. Alright. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to move you guys closer to the stove. So you can actually see me preparing. And make sure we have a good angle, okay? Alright. So my skillet's already been rinsed out. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and turn the skillet on. I put it on medium. I'm going to start with the water for my seasoning from the meat. Okay. And you want that to start boiling before you start adding in your gravy, okay? So while we're waiting on that to boil, then I'm going to go ahead and add my soy sauce. Now, because I have already seasoned the meat, the water is seasoned because that's the seasonings from the meat is in the water. Soy sauce has seasoning in it. And the gravy has a seasoning in it. And y'all can eyeball how much soy sauce in there. Okay, how much you want to put in there. I just always eyeball it, y'all. I don't use a lot of measuring cups. I know my meals I did the other day, did I use some measuring cups, but I've been cooking so long, it's just hard for me to use measuring cups a lot because I just forget. So because I don't use any other seasonings because this water is seasoned, the soy sauce is seasoned, the gravy is seasoned, and the bouillon is seasoning. So I don't use any extra seasonings, okay? Alright, so while we're waiting on that to boil, we're going to go ahead and cut our onion. And you can just cut the onion. I normally cut mine long ways. Just cut that onion on up. You ain't got to be fancy with it. Just cut it on up. Alright, so my rice has started to boil. So I'll give it another good stir. Another good stir. Put my lid on and cut it all the way down to low so it can steam. Okay. I should have used my other knife, but this one is. This one is long. You just cut your onion up in there. And you want your water to start boiling. If anybody know anything about cooking, there's always going to be some casualties in the kitchen. Alright. So you want your water to start boiling before you put your gravy in, because you don't want that gravy to stick. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add some of my beef bouillon. This fork over here, and you can try to eye measure maybe about 2 teaspoons. All right. You can go ahead and stir that bouillon in. And remember, you guys, I don't add any extra seasoning, and you guys shouldn't either, because this is going to be plenty seasoned enough, okay? All right, so that the gravy is starting to boil. I get my whisk out. Y'all can see my whisk. And then I go ahead and start shaking my gravy in there. And if you want to, you guys, if you're a type of person that likes to use measurements for your cooking, I would say maybe use a cup, okay? But you're going to really know how much, if you need to add more, once it starts boiling, okay? Okay. And what you don't want it to do is, you don't want the gravy to start lumping up in here. So that's why you got to keep whisking it around, right? Until that water really starts boiling. And then once that water starts boiling, and you'll see it when it's boiling because the bubbles will come up, go ahead and turn your eye back down, because you don't want it to stick. Alright. Alright, so let me move these things out the way, because now I'm going to bring over the meat. Take my meat. My meat in there. And this is actually enough for us tonight, that for my family that's going to be here today, because everybody is not here today. My son is working. He normally eats at work because he gets off late. The other kids have late activities, so they won't be home till late. And where they're at, the program that they're at in the evenings feeds them there. So this is mainly for me, my husband, and my youngest son, because he'll be here. Okay. Now see that? Now what we're going to do, we're going to want to add our broccoli. So I'm going to go ahead and drain the water off that broccoli. And I just use this drainer right here. So I drained that. And we're just going to pour that over in there. Thank God for a dishwasher, you guys. Because I hate washing dishes after I'm cooking like a meal that has a lot of steps to it. Y'all see how that looks? And it smells so good, y'all. Oh my God. It smells so good. Y'all see that? Okay. We're going to take our lid, put it on top, let it do its thing. Our rice is still boiling, or simmering, steaming. All the water's not gone out of that. And I'll be right back to show you guys the end result. Alright, you guys, so we're back. And while we were gone, the beef and broccoli has finished boiling, doing its thing. Let me bend this down a little bit so you guys can see it. And that's how it looks. Okay. And then our rice is done. So, and what we do is this, you guys, we just pour a little over there. You can put some more soy sauce on it if you want it to taste. Well, there you go, you guys. Quick and easy beef and broccoli. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. Okay, go ahead and try the recipe and let me know what you think. All right, until the next video, you guys, be easy.